should I call your full name or Priyanka is enough?
Priyanka's fine. PP also can move. You want to call it PP?
No.
It's fine. पेट तो नहीं आ रहा ना?
मेरा पेट आ रहा है, आपको कुछ नहीं आएगा.
Covered है. Am I allowed to fumble as well?
Yes, obviously.
Content for bloopers.
Yeah. Content for bloopers. Welcome guys to another episode. We have Priyanka, Global Sales Head from Digital East. Welcome Priyanka to Filtersoft.
Thank you very much.
Alright, without further ado, let's get started with our first section. Alright, so the first section, Priyanka, here it goes. Just to warm you up, it's a quick fire. You have to respond within a second. What's the first word that comes to your mind when I say coffee?
Energy.
Alright, binge watching.
Netflix.
Wi-Fi.
Airtel.
Brand safety.
Is a must.
Alright. Ad tech.
2025.
Okay. Ad fraud.
A must again.
Okay. Memes.
Too old.
Too old. Okay, great. The next section, fun rapid fire round, trivia based questions, right? Which company aired the first banner ad in 1994? Your options are Nike, AT&T or Nokia.
Nokia.
Alright, which of these is not an ad fraud technique? Your options are A/B testing, click injection or pixel stuffing.
Click injection.
Alright, third question, which of these is an ad fraud technique? Your options are cost per acquisition CPA, click farms or a return on ad spend.
Click farms.
Okay, what does DSP stand for in programmatic advertising?
Nah, don't even give me options. Demand side platform.
Alright, which type of digital ad fraud costs advertisers the most amount of money as per research? Is it domain spoofing, click injection or pixel stuffing?
It's either the second or the third one.
Okay, click injection.
Yes.
Okay, what does IVT stand
Invalid
for?
traffic.
Alright, which of these is not a form of ad
Was it
fraud?
one of the options?
Yes, it was. Otherwise, I would
Okay.
say the options. Alright, which of these is not a form of ad fraud? Contextual targeting, click spamming, device spoofing.
Contextual targeting.
What does MMP
Give
stand
me the
for?
options. I'm not quite sure.
Media marketing platform,
Yeah.
mobile measurement partner,
Okay.
multi-channel media partner.
Multi-channel media partner. Or is it mobile?
Do you want to change?
The second one.
Mobile measurement
Yes,
partner.
yes.
All right. Which ad format has the highest fraud rates as per research? Your options are social media ads, video ads, or display banners.
Play banners.
Okay. Last question. What does the term SIVT stand for in ad fraud? Your options are sophisticated invalid traffic, systematic impression validation tool, smart interactive video tracking.
Damn, I don't know this one. The first one, I guess.
Okay. All right. So that's the section. The
Yeah.
next section is hot takes. Shall we start?
Yeah.
Okay. Your first question: brand safety. Is it real necessity or just a tick box exercise?
It is a necessity because basis the experience over the years, brand safety, brands do not want their advertisements to be featured in certain websites or certain places where it's not required. Porn sites happen to be one of them, or so it is essential.
Yeah.
So it is essential.
It is instant. All right. Good. The next question is: are we measuring the wrong things in digital advertising today?
You mean beyond what needs to be measured?
Yes.
Well, I come from days when a click-through ratio was the key metric
metric,
to
yeah. I totally
figure out.
understand, yes.
And then we went on to give cost per. Besides cost per, there was cost per form fill.
Yeah.
Now it is cost per attention, or there is attention based. So it's just moving from one step to the next. Every whether it's a planner or every new media manager is wanting to give that extra bit to their the seniors, that this is what we'll bring it on the table. So I feel things have moved drastically towards performance. So with every time there's a new entrant coming in, like AI has always been there.
Yeah.
But everybody's talking about AI currently. Programmatic has been there
It's too high.
since 2013, but they said it's a bubble that will burst, but it still happens. So yes, I think it's unnecessary to some extent. To some extent, it's unnecessary.
Right. I even remember from the days of cost per day. You know, those days were very different.
Yes.
All right. The next question: ad fraud is an invisible problem until something goes wrong. Should brands be doing more?
Well, there is a spillover anyways everywhere, but I don't think there's more required. If there's certain checklists which are already taken care of, that should be it. And until we've actually coming to a world where everybody is too sensitized and volatile towards things, and we only get excited about when something's gone wrong. We need to quickly take action, but at the same time, I don't think there needs to be more done. I mean, you have partners like Mfiltrate and other ones who keep checks in place.
Right.
So I don't think there's more needed.
Yeah, I think I totally agree that things go reactive more than proactive. So I think
Yes.
need to be more proactive in this approach. Yeah. All right. The next section is a live poll. So we are asking these questions to all of our guests. The first question is: if you could remove one problem from digital advertising forever, what would it be? Would it be ad fraud, attribution, or ad creative issues?
I don't think ad creative issues has been something that needs addressing. Ad fraud would be something that needs.
All right. The next question is: what's the most frustrating thing about digital ads today? Is it seeing the same ad 100 times in a row, clicking on an ad by mistake, or watching an ad before a YouTube video?
Seeing the same ad 10 times is a fault of somebody who set it up and where the frequency cap is 100. So it's not the user's fault. It is the most irritating, of course.
Right.
The second one is
Clicking an ad by mistake.
extremely irritating because the cross is so small that you tend to ignore it and you click it by mistake. Again, something which nobody wants to do. An ad before YouTube, get YouTube Premium. Don't watch an ad.
Yeah.
That's the only solution.
That's
so
the only
I
solution.
moved to YouTube
Premium.
despite selling ad spots while I'm supposed to keep a track of which ad is running where. I decided to go for YouTube Premium and not see those ads.
Okay.
And then 2 in a row, non-skippable.
Now 3.
Now 3 is the worst.
Yeah. All right. The next question: what's the most misleading phrase in digital advertising today? Is it guaranteed reach and engagement, AI-powered optimization, or brand safe inventory?
AI-powered.
Optimizations. All right. What's the biggest mistake advertisers make today? Trusting publishers' data blindly, running too many creatives, or not bidding aggressively enough?
Too many creatives.
Okay. All right. What percentage of online ads are estimated to be seen by bots instead of humans? This is your understanding. 30 to 40%, 10 to 15%, 50 to 60%.
Wow. If there are no checks in place, then it could be 50 to 60%, but 30 to 40% would be at the current rate.
All right. What percentage of all ad clicks are estimated to be fraudulent as per research? And this is your understanding. 20 to 30%, 5 to 10%, or 40 to 50%?
20 to 30.
All right. Last 3 questions. Which of these is the biggest red flag for a digital ad campaign? CTR of 20% on a display ad, low video watch time, or 5-second bounce rate?
5-second bounce rate.
Okay. All right. Last 2 questions. What's the most misleading performance metric in today's world? Is it viewability rate, or brand recall service, or video completion rate?
Brand recall service.
Okay. Last question. What percentage of ads are never seen by a human? This is your understanding.
It's related to the bot.
Yes, somewhat related. 10 to 20%, 40 to 50%, 60 to 70%.
I'd like to go somewhere in between. So yeah, 40 to
40 to 50.
Yeah.
All right, that's the section. You have last 2 sections remaining. So the next section is explain like I'm a 5-year-old, and you have chosen the topic demand side platform. So let's go.
Sure. Demand side platform essentially gives an advertiser to reach out to the right target audience without getting into nitty-gritty of interacting with various exchanges to reach out to the right audience. So a demand side platform, you can curate your audience, you can set up a campaign yourself and reach out to the right target audience.
All
Does that make
right.
sense?
Yes. All right. That's the section. Final section here is a takeaway. If there is one thing that advertisers should focus on in 2025, what would it be?
Okay, so I believe because I've been on the publisher side also, I have never been on the brand side, I've never been on the agency side, but I believe now, because everything is moving towards performance, programmatic somewhere I feel has been left out in terms of the strength of programmatic have not been utilized yet. While it gives you an opportunity to reach out to the right audience, it needs to be given the right time for it to be optimized and used to its full potential. Is something I would want the brands to move out of their comfort zone where they are currently so used to working with a certain set of partners. Try and experiment with more which is available there. Move out of the walled garden environment and be a risk taker and give an opportunity to other platforms, programmatic platforms to begin with.
Right. That was an insightful take on programmatic. Thank you, Priyanka, for joining Filtersoft.
Most fun.
And I'll be seeing you soon.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That's it for this video. Do check out our other videos, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.